welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the complex stages of betrayal trauma, a topic that will resonate with many of you. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal or know someone who has, this video is a must-watch. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more enlightening content and explore the links in the description below for resources that you might find helpful. Stage 1. Shock. The first stage in the tumultuous journey of betrayal trauma is the initial and overwhelming sensation of shock. It's the moment when you stumble upon the shocking revelation of betrayal, and your world seems to disintegrate before your very eyes. Everything you held as truth and trust is suddenly shattered, and the ground beneath your feet becomes unstable. It's as if the universe itself has conspired against your sense of security, leaving you bewildered and profoundly disoriented. This stage is marked by an almost surreal sense of disbelief. It's a shockwave of emotions that may leave you feeling emotionally numb, as if you're trapped in a nightmare. Physically, your body may respond with symptoms like a racing heart, shortness of breath, and even nausea. These are the body's physiological reactions to the immense psychological trauma you're experiencing. During this stage, it's crucial to understand that seeking immediate support is paramount. Whether it's from trusted friends, empathetic family members, or professional therapists, reaching out is an act of self-compassion. The shock can be so overwhelming that it's often too hard to navigate on your own. Sharing your experiences and emotions with a supportive network can be your first lifeline in starting to process the profound betrayal and its emotional consequences. As you grapple with the shock of betrayal, it's vital to remember that you're not alone. Many have walked this path before you and emerged on the other side stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The initial shock is a brutal awakening, but it's the first step in a journey that can ultimately lead to healing and transformation. It's a time for self-care, support, and understanding that the shock you're experiencing is a natural response to an extraordinary and traumatic event. Stage 2. Denial. The denial stage in the complex process of betrayal trauma is a psychological defense mechanism that we instinctively employ to shield ourselves from the overwhelming emotional pain that follows the initial shock. It's a crucial stage in coping with betrayal, although it can become a double-edged sword if not managed carefully. During this stage, individuals often downplay the severity of the betrayal, or in some cases, convince themselves that it didn't happen at all. It's a self-deception aimed at compartmentalizing the trauma, making it more manageable. Denial serves a protective purpose, allowing us to gradually process the pain because confronting the full weight of the betrayal all at once can be emotionally unbearable. While denial can offer temporary relief, it may also impede the healing process. Acknowledging the emotional impact of betrayal is crucial for moving forward and finding closure. Denial can be a defense against the emotional turmoil, but it should not become a long-term coping strategy. It's essential to cultivate self-awareness during this stage, recognizing when denial is at play and understanding when it's time to confront the truth. Denial is not something to be ashamed of. It is part of the natural human response to trauma. It's a way of our minds protecting us from being overwhelmed by the enormity of what has happened. Embracing this phase, understanding its purpose, and knowing when it's time to move beyond it is a significant step on the path to healing. Self-awareness and professional guidance are valuable tools for navigating this stage, and they set the stage for the subsequent phases of healing and recovery. Stage 3. Obsession. Obsession is the third stage in the journey of betrayal trauma, marked by an all-encompassing preoccupation with the betrayal. It's as though your thoughts have been hijacked by a relentless quest for answers and understanding. During this stage, you may find yourself continuously replaying the events, scrutinizing every detail for clues, and even obsessively tracking the betrayer's online presence in pursuit of closure. This obsessive behavior stems from a deep-seated need to make sense of the betrayal, to reconcile the shocking reality with your previous understanding of the world. It's a frantic, often exhausting pursuit of answers, and it can become a significant source of stress. Obsession can lead to heightened anxiety and a sense of helplessness. Strategies such as mindfulness, journaling, and seeking professional help are valuable tools for managing these obsessive thoughts. Mindfulness can help ground you in the present moment, and alleviate the constant mental time travel to the moment of betrayal. Journaling can provide an outlet for expressing and organizing your thoughts, and professional support can guide you in understanding and managing these overpowering emotions. Stage 4. Anger. As you move through the stages of betrayal trauma, you may find yourself in the anger stage. This phase serves as an emotional release valve, allowing you to channel the intense feelings that have built up since the initial shock. It's characterized by anger directed toward various targets, including the betrayer, yourself, or even the world at large. In this stage, anger can be a natural response to feeling violated, hurt, and betrayed. It can serve as a motivating force, driving you to assert boundaries, seek justice, or make significant changes in your life. However, it's important to recognize that anger can also be destructive if left unchecked. Unbridled anger can lead to broken relationships, emotional turmoil, and an inability to move forward. The key to navigating the anger stage is to find healthy ways to express and process your anger. Constructive outlets, such as therapy and physical activities like exercise or relaxation techniques, can help you manage these intense emotions. Additionally, understanding the role of forgiveness as a means of freeing yourself from the burden of anger is crucial. This stage can be challenging, but it's an essential part of the healing process. Stage 5. Bargaining. The bargaining stage is where the emotional pendulum often swings towards desperate attempts to negotiate and restore the relationship to its previous state. It's characterized by a yearning for the return of normalcy, for a time when the betrayal had not disrupted the trust and security in your life. During this phase, you may find yourself grappling with a deep sense of loss and a longing for reconciliation. Bargaining can take many forms, ranging from trying to reason with the betrayer to making promises to change or fix the relationship. It's a period marked by vulnerability, as you might believe that by making concessions or sacrificing your own needs, the relationship can be rebuilt. However, this stage can also be fraught with danger, as it may lead to a sense of diminished self-worth and perpetuate unhealthy dynamics. In navigating the bargaining stage, it's essential to set and maintain healthy boundaries. Understanding that compromise is a two-way street and that it's not your sole responsibility to repair the relationship. It's also a time for self-reflection to determine whether reconciliation is truly feasible or if it's healthier to move in a different direction. This stage may be marked by emotional turbulence, but it's a part of the healing journey and a step toward finding clarity. Stage 6. Depression. Depression is often a natural response to betrayal trauma, and it's the sixth stage in this challenging journey. This phase is characterized by a deep and pervasive sadness and an overarching feeling of heaviness. During this stage, you may experience a range of symptoms, both emotional and physical, such as persistent sadness, changes in appetite or sleep patterns, and a sense of isolation. It's essential to recognize that depression is a common reaction to trauma, and seeking professional help is a crucial step in managing its effects. Support groups and self-care practices can be immensely beneficial in navigating this stage. The depression stage serves as a bridge between the intense emotions experienced in the earlier stages and the eventual acceptance and healing that will follow. It's a time for self-compassion and patience, understanding that healing is not linear and that it's okay to experience sadness and pain as you process the betrayal. This stage can be challenging, but it's also an opportunity for growth and self-discovery as you learn to cope with and eventually transcend the pain. Stage 7. Acceptance. The final stage in the journey of betrayal trauma is where you begin to find peace and healing. It involves accepting that it's now a part of your story. This stage is marked by a gradual shift from pain and suffering towards a sense of closure and the possibility of moving forward. Acceptance is not a destination, but a process, and it involves acknowledging the pain and its impact on your life. It's about making room for the betrayal in your life's narrative, understanding how it has shaped you, and finding a way to coexist with it. This stage is a vital part of the healing journey, as it enables you to release the burden of the past and begin to rebuild trust in yourself and your capacity to thrive despite the trauma. In the acceptance stage, forgiveness may become a topic of consideration. Forgiveness is not about forgetting the situation, but rather a means of freeing yourself from the emotional burden it carries. It's a way to let go of the anger and resentment, not for the benefit of the betrayer, but for your own peace of mind. This stage often involves rebuilding trust and reestablishing your sense of self-worth. It's a time for self-empowerment as you begin to take control of your narrative, define your future, and find a path to healing and growth. Acceptance may be the final stage, but it's also the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It's clear that healing from such an experience is a deeply personal and transformative journey. While the path may be tumultuous, it's essential to remember that recovery is possible, and you're not alone in this process. Each stage plays a vital role in your emotional evolution, helping you find strength and healing. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more in-depth content on various topics on psychology. You can also check out the links in the video description for additional resources that can help enhance your overall well-being. Remember, your journey toward healing is unique, but with the right guidance and support, you can emerge from betrayal trauma stronger and more empowered than ever. Thank you for joining us today and your continued support with the channel. We appreciate all of you.